much a clear favorite.
Yeah. So for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, maybe you'll hear about it in the game, yeah, actually, the game. The professionalism of this cast deteriorating very, very rapidly. We've got to get our composure back.
It's all about entertainment, Brandon. It's all about entertainment.
Sports entertainment is what we do. 5 in the server. Looks like all representatives from Long and Harry. It's Jung, Moosey, Tier. That's new. Pista. Oh hi.
It's not new. He was there. I think we casted a game of him last weekend, or one of our counterparts casted a game, and he was in there. So, yeah. I do remember Jung. He likes to push.
Yes, or just like kind of halfway push in unconventional
Actually,
spaces.
it was exactly this map. He was pushing
Horseshoe
every round.
Well,
I don't know if that will work out too well against Reliable.
Or for those in our audience who are listening to us, he wasn't pushing Horseshoe. That's a normal thing for CTs to do. He was going from Horseshoe into Subway, which is what we were.
Yes, that's correct. There you go.
Yeah, and that was something that it was unconventional, but it worked. I'm not so sure it will work on Reliable. That might be just a little observation that I make there. Pushing Reliable when Reliable is one of those teams that is just known for pushing, you're just going to run into them that much earlier. That's all you've really accomplished, you know?
Yeah, they're a team that likes to play aggressive, and they're used to, making those twitchy shots. So, yeah, that would be a tough one.
I would love to see some Arya in this game tonight. Maybe some Mo. Is Freakazoid on this roster?
I don't believe he is. I think Freakazoid was still on Frost, if
Oh,
Frost
no.
even exists anymore.
Probably one of my favorite players to watch because of how crazily erratic he is.
Yeah, he has no fear of anyone or anything, and he will make plays.
We could
being
be
so
seeing
aggressive.
We could be seeing S&D again, remember, or Flosick.
Yes.
Yep, there are a lot of good players on this roster.
I saw Mo and Arya in the chat comm, so I would assume that they will be joining. Yeah. Actually, go check on that, see if there's any new developments.
Oh no, I'm looking right now.
No.
For those of you watching and just waiting with us to have this match started, give us a bit of an update. Is anybody watching the MSI games? Who's doing well? Does anybody care or know anything to share about the East Asian teams? I would like to know a little bit about them.
East Asian teams?
Yeah. Tyloo is in that the Chinese Counter-Strike pros, the best probably Chinese team out there. They're in that tournament replacing Complexity. Oh, MSI stream died. Massive tech problems. Well, maybe they don't have the experience of putting on large shows because 600 viewers should not crash your stream,
Yeah, no, definitely should not unless they got DDoS or something, but...
Well. Oh well.
Oh well, indeed.
Arya confirms that they are coming to the server. We'll see in a second who will be playing tonight. We have your predictions.
There's
Clay.
Arya.
Let's talk a little bit. It was around 2.5K. Well. Oh well. Let's talk a little bit, Clay, about the focus of the map. Now, I know we have a lot of holdover from the previous cast, so they've heard a little bit about what's important to do on DE season, but it's worth noting that some of these things should be reiterated. Such things like mid-control, we can further explicate why it's important, and Clay will begin to tell us why.
Well, obviously mid-control is important because it's a secondary staging area, and it gives you basically a third entrance into these sites here. So, if you look at the map, let's see. You got the secondary entrance, third entrance. I'm losing it here, Brandon. Third entrance into A if you do take mid, or you could take the jail area and take B. And if you're able to get mid, you could split it up and get a nice 3-2 or 2-3 take going on either of those sides. So just like I guess Cache or any of those other maps that have entrances from mid into the sites, that is the main reason why. And if you could establish control, it just gives you more options.
Now, here's another talking point. I'm gonna deviate from what you were talking about completely. We've talked about this before at length, and maybe our viewers may not have been here or just missed this conversation. But this map, we can objectively prove that this is one of the least effective 5-man rush maps out there in the competitive match list today. It's very difficult to find a 5-man rush, like a Dust 2 Rush B move, that ever works on this map.
Yeah, but I feel like we still see it quite a bit.
Yeah, it doesn't stop people from trying, but it's never effective.
Yeah, I think that might just be because of the narrow entrances into the sites. Also, the fact that each site has a high-low hold on it, and it's easier to hold the site versus 5 people. Coming in from one entrance as when you have one guy playing up high, one guy playing up down on the floor up close. So
Also, I'd add to your point. Each site has many hiding spots, which not a lot of common official maps have, and the encounter points when you're inside the site. It's a long distance fight when you're entering A or B at both ways, from cat, from horseshoe to J, from B and B to jail or B to B upper. It's always a long distance fight, which kind of destroys any semblance of 5-man rushing. You can't pull that off.
absolutely agree.
Also, because we put the science into it, and we are, of course, part of the Go Show system, the Go Show family. There's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, because we worked out the actual encounter point timing. At your best spawn in DE season, which is it doesn't vary at all, I think. If at your best spawn, you can rush into bomb site B, which is the closest bomb site to you, and you'll encounter the CTs at the red room, meaning you can't even rush the bomb site because the CTs will make it out of the bomb site and into your entry area before you can get to the bomb site.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we actually see CTs pushing up a lot on this map and trying to get those quick early kills and then fall back into the site, is because of that quick access to the sites that they have.
Yeah, it's very true. 4 in the server.
8 in the server.
3 in the server. Excuse me, 3 in the server for reliable. That's Arya, Jay Mitchell, and Kiko.
Yep. And
Kiko, we haven't seen him in a long time.
We haven't seen him in a while. Like you said, I would expect to see Mo and Flowsick, as you said, for the last 2 probably here.
The last time we saw Kiko was at ESEA LAN. Yeah.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah, I remember him. Small Asian guy sporting the T-shirt, rocking out with some of these guys before. He was very good, by the way. Mm-hmm. I was very impressed by his play, especially since he's not one of those premier, recognized North American top fraggers.
Yeah. So there is Mr. Mo. And like I said, I would assume it's going to be Flowsick. Huh?
Mo, I'm very hesitant to reiterate what was just said in chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and leave that one off the cuff there.
Okay. All right. So, but the way they, by the way they talk about it, it sounds as if they're bringing in a replacement player. I wonder if this person is on Reliable's roster.
Well, I think they would have to be in order to play, but
we'll find out.
Yes, we will.
We'll find out. The eyes of the world are on you, Reliable. Don't violate the rules. Except if I was... one thing that particularly stood out to me is that one of the Long and Hairy players already admitted to the fact that they were a bit intimidated having to play Reliable. That's not the attitude you want to go in, and I understand that he was kind of half joking, half trolling, but also half serious. I take these matches very seriously as a former competitive Counter-Strike player. I go full-on serious face mode during times like this.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have that confidence, otherwise you're just going to be not sure of your shots, and you probably won't end up hitting them. And then once you get headshot from across the map, it's just going to make it even worse. And yeah, so you want to make sure you have that confidence, and just be sure you can beat these guys, because it is definitely possible. We saw Afterlife pick up 13 rounds on them, so. And I mean, the way Long and Hairy has been playing, I think they're definitely capable of beating Afterlife. So.
I think Afterlife really. I don't know that
Afterlife didn't even have their full roster, so.
I don't know that they will. Remember, they brought in a new guy, Caleb, who held himself up spectacularly, by the way. He was the top fragger in Contra, but I don't feel that Afterlife belongs in the conversation as one of the top CEVO teams, even amongst the veteran CEVO teams. The newcomer ESEA teams obviously take the top spot when we're talking about power rankings, but amongst the CEVO veterans, I think some teams have surpassed them, and I would put Long and Harry in that conversation, perhaps even Notorious. Maybe
Notorious has been struggling a little bit this season, actually.
Yeah,
they're not really having the best record going on, but yeah.
Many people trying to connect, all of them trying to get to T side right here. This match will start in a little bit. For those of you who are just joining us, it will be Reliable versus Long and Harry. Playing at the number 4 seed is Long and Harry, Reliable number 8. This is a regular season, week 5. Match 2. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you indeed. If you guys like what you are seeing, remember, we are Cotton Eclipse. We are from Fixation TV if you recognize us. But yeah, we are now here over at CEVO, and we would appreciate it if you give the channel a follow. Also follow CEVO Facebook, YouTube. All the social medias are down below on the Twitch page, so hit those up. Do us a favor. We're trying to get the partnership going over here, and should be good once we do.
I wanted to make sure that we could possibly expedite this and get the players into the server a little bit quicker. I see the first thing in the admin chat is Flow6 screaming, "Daddy's here."
So it is going to be Flowsick as the last member
Flowsick
for Reliable.
Yes.
Nice entrance. Moosey asking Mo if he will yell at him. It's been a wet dream of his.
We've been told from our friends over at HMP, that's holdmypurse.org, that Mo yells when excited. He will go quiet when frustrated.
Really?
I wonder if there's a critical mass of yelling where he yells when normal, yells when angry, but when he reaches a certain level of angry, he'll go quiet.
Could be.
Worth noting. Also, I wish somebody would just mic him up. You know how some professional sports like the NBA and the NFL have the mic'd up series? I want someone to just put a mic right in his shirt so we could hear him during a day of typical practice, because I would pay to see that.
I think there would be a lot of bleep outs for that one.
I would pay up to $20 to see an hour-long episode. Alright, that's more than a movie, so maybe a matinee price, like a $6 affair, but still I would pay money.
Yeah, that would be very, very entertaining. Either way.
Oh wait, is that happening? Yes, Reliable deferring their pick, letting their opponents choose their side first out of sportsmanship. Good move there. It is going to be a 4-on-5, it looks like.
Is it really? You said Flowsick joined the match comms. He should be there.
S&D was also in the comms, so they have more. But Clay, remember, we had a season map variation that was
yes,
throwing us off, and these guys are ESEA players, and we had the ESEA season, so they could also be facing that problem.
Well, I would hope that they're veteran enough to know, hey, just delete the file or move it to your desktop and re-download it.
There's got to be some
easy fix.
I know. I understand that CEVO and ESEA don't play nice, and they shouldn't.
There it is. Flowsick's in.
But seriously, it's season. There's nothing different between one season and the next.
Yeah, I know it's a little ridiculous that, I mean, honestly, that there's different versions regardless, because, I mean, I know that, Valve is trying to push their maps going on here, so that should hopefully fade out. But yeah, Flowsick has joined, and we are now missing. Who are we missing?
Anybody, really. S&D, perhaps?
Teams are jumbled here. I can't tell who's missing. I think it might be someone from, I don't know.
Nice try.
I don't know.
Nice try. It's been a long day. We'll figure it out when they do join. Actually, it's just 6 on one team. They're all in. If you pull up your tab screen, you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They just need to sort themselves out and not be confused. For Long and Harry, we have the roster that we've been accustomed to seeing. It's Jung, Tier, Musi, Pista, Ohai. For Reliable, It is a roster that you are no doubt familiar with. It's Arya, Flosick, Mo, Kiko, and Jay Mitchell. They are literally struggling over how to get people on one team. We're back to 1.6 days. I think after being out of practice of having to manually align yourselves and leaning so heavily on the ESEA client, these guys have literally just lost the ability to arrange themselves in an orderly manner.
It seems that way. They're having some trouble here.
ESEA client is very helpful when it comes to arranging teams, though.
Yeah.
Come on, gentlemen. We got a match to cast. You got a match to play. You got an audience to satisfy.
There we go.
Oh, we almost got it.
Yeah.
No?
Flosick kills himself for no reason.
Flosick and Ohai have to swap spots. They got it. There we go. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Audience, are you ready? I hope so. You're watching. I'm not going to do this intro unless they... LO3, please?
I believe this is live right here, so...
No. They're saying screenshot mid and LO4.
Oh, those silly kids.
Now you are watching CEVO TV. I'm still Cotton. He's still Klops. You are still watching the matchup between Reliable and Long and Harry. It's finally going live after
26 minutes later.
26 minutes later, after some calamitous hiccups trying to get people arranged on the same team, they finally figured out how to press M1 and M2. Here goes the split. 5 alive, obviously. 5 on the T side of Reliable, heading toward the red room. Nobody there to join them just yet. The number 1 man, Tier, is going to push the doorway, but not peek down into main. They're going to wait. There's a gap in this smoke, and that could be deadly for both sides, but the height advantage lies with the CT. Doesn't matter. Arya destroys him. Next one at upper is Jung. He gets obliterated. 2 shots. 2 headshots thus far. Musi, who is stuck at jail, is going to be hunted down. That's the 3rd casualty for the round. Ohai and Pista left, can't land a shot. Ohai was inspecting his USP while trying to figure out a way to make it through shipping. There's a nice one tap there. The Pista sends a message to Arya, but Jay Mitchell cleans that up. By the way, every single kill a headshot for the T's.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job of annihilating the CTs right there. I mean, they just hit every single shot, like you said. Each one was a headshot for him. Just making it look really, really easy. So that's going to put them on SMGs, actually Galils and AKs, it looks like. So they're going to be well equipped here to pick up the next round, possibly, most likely, the 3rd one as well. So,
you know, at some point, teams stand up for themselves and start playing better. But right now, the attitude going in seems for Long and Harry to just be like, just hang on for your dear lives. I hope they play with a little bit more gusto and make some gutsy plays later on. We'll find out. I'm sure they'll try. Tier steps out, peeks the first man. Mo has none of it, decides to just throw a nade at Tier, bring him down to 24 health, and without armor, he's not going to survive that burst. 2 down thus far, Kiko and Mo with kills. Pista on the other side trades out. Will potentially pick up a gun. Yes, he'll go up the ladder to find that weapon. Remember, there's another eco round after this. He may opt to save it here. Ohai almost had a kill lined up for Arya, but Arya escapes with 40 HP. 4 T's alive, 3 CTs alive, 1 Galil for the CTs. The T's, by the way, Clay, totally spread out. They're very comfortable working independently.
yeah, exactly. You see Mo is all the way pushed into B all by himself, and the 3 other members of the terrace, they actually have 2 people in A right now, and then the number 6 man, which is Arya, over in mid by himself. And Ohai actually picks up the good kill onto Mo, and he should be able to get a gun from that. Jay Mitchell respawns, though he doesn't get that gun in time. Pista goes down to Jay Mitchell again. Not again, but a second one for Jay Mitchell, and now it's just Jung
respawns now.
Yeah.
Jung had a little bit of an opportunity there. He picked up a weapon, obviously, and the Gallo could serve you well in the next round. I had hoped that he might lurk and try to pick up an exit kill, force 3 rebuys, and have a rifle for the next round. But
essentially what he was doing, he was just kind of in a more aggressive spot for exit kills. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think he just got outflicked, out-aimed by Jay Mitchell there. 2-0 for the T's. Reliable, perfect thus far, looking to tack up 1 more before the ecos end. Here's the first burst. Kiko cannot land the shot, tries to come out strafing and firing. Cardinal error for anyone wielding an AK, but he is now dead and can contemplate his mistakes. Another pusher, USP man, Pista pushes through. Jay Mitchell waiting in the vent, jumps out, brings down 2. Pista and Musi try to climb into the vent. Met AK fire. Tier, Ohai, and Jung still left at full health, and they've got a bomb site to defend. Arya is throwing in a smoke, trying to siphon off the jail so he can appropriately enter the site here. Trades out Clay. This is not a good round for the T's, and especially if Jay Mitchell takes one more shot. 3 rebuys on an eco round where you're getting kind of picked apart by CTs is not the way you wanted to do this.
No, it definitely isn't. And look, that pre-fire through the smoke gave away his position, and he does pick up that kill, so that's 3 rebounds, like you said. Flowstick also low on health as well, so he has the potential to go down too.
And you got Mode.
Mo with the knife, and then the kill with the Galil. So, I mean, they do pick up that round, and it's going to put them on to the buy round here, but that's going to force 3 rebounds, like you said, and it might stop Reliable just a little bit. Take away some of their momentum.
I still cannot believe Mercy asked him to yell at him. 3-0 for Reliable. Long and hairy, sitting a little bit starstruck. I don't know if they idolize this team or are intimidated or are just simply trolling their opponents, but it has been an interesting dialogue thus far. It's a split push moving toward A for the terrorists here. Many moving through Subway. 2 looking to cross over through the catwalk. It'll be a split onto A, and the first person to determine whether this round is a success for the T's will be Flowstick, who peeks at the top of Subway, finds Pista, who had an M4 and lost it. Business seems to be open at A. Moosey will go down. Number 3, Ohai comes through pre-firing. That's a double. Mitchell and Flowstick traded out for the 2 defenders who were in the site. Almost brings down another one, but sits at 5 health now. He's by himself and needs to wait. Oh my god! Ohai being an absolute boss. MVP of the round thus far. Tier and Jung, who are now beneficiaries of the efforts of Ohai, have brought this to a one-on-one. Tier knows exactly where Arya is, and he'll go hunting for him. Arya, who's back actually in the Subway, has given away his position by the angle of his nade, so Tier only needs to charge in and pre-fire here. He's got to out-aim Arya, which is definitely hard to do. Arya will back off, and now he's dropped to a depth that'll make it nearly impossible for Tier to win. He's going for the full defuse. Arya hears him. Here comes the spray, and I think Tier just clutched the round. He has no kit.
No, he does have a kit.
Clutch this round. Yes!
He's got it.
Yes!
That was a good play by him.
That was an excellent play. The flash, of course, for those of you who are thinking out this process, was designed to knock out the hearing of Arya. Arya, who, of course, is very practiced, knew what the flash was intended for, came out to pre-fire Tier, and Tier sprayed him down.
Yep. Arya, by the way, I don't know if you saw that when Tier was approaching the bomb site, he threw like 4 HE grenades from all the dead bodies over there out of there, and he just. I mean, obviously, he didn't do much damage or much of help. I just thought it was funny. But, yeah, like you said, Arya knew what the flash was about and came out to try to pre-fire, but Tier, knowing that he would know what the flash was waiting for him and got that kill. And he tries to pre-fire Mo right here. Can't finish that kill. He wants to... Oh, gonna get caught with his nade.
That's a kill right there. Despite the fact that Tier died this round, he will never erase this demo from his hard drive. That was a moment for his life right there. 3 left for the Long and Hairy team, 4 for the Reliable team. Here comes a step into the vent. 1 had to die, and this time it was Moose. The RA will bring him down. Ohai taps Flowstick through the double boxes at the top of the T-stairs and dinks him, by the way. Shipping encounter here. Pista will get the better of Jay Mitchell. It's down to a 2-on-3. Long and Hairy, they're number 4 seed for a reason. They're pretty good at what they do. So, by the way, we understand that Reliable is great, but Long and Hairy should not be discounted.
Yeah, no, I just want to say you were giving Tier, of course, the praise there for that round because he did get the clutch, but don't forget about Ohai and his 3-kill on that round.
Yes, absolutely. Those two can live off of that memory for a long time. Ohai getting sprayed down. A firing squad lights up that thin cardboard material that he was hiding behind, and there was no chance for him. 4-1, 3-round lead for Reliable. They sit and capture an op, I believe. Did they buy that? Or no, that was Mo's op. Excuse me.
Yeah, that was Mo's, yep.
An eco round for the CTs. Not a position you'd like to be in. Not in a round with this many long-range encounters. I'm willing to bet we're going to see some kind of suicidal play, a push perhaps from the CTs.
That's what we saw last time, and it almost worked out pretty good for him, and it does look like they're all going to be going mid once again here.
Nade stack!
Coming in. No, that's 2 kills right there going down.
3!
Oh my god! What
Not a
the
single
hell?
pick up guns, guys. Everybody come collect guns. Come over here. I got some over for you. Come here. Get some guns.
Oh my goodness. That was so... What was that?
That was a 5-man nade stack that worked beautifully. It was Sometimes this game makes me laugh, and this is one of those nights. 4-2. Long and Harry just did the ridiculous. First they did the impossible, but then they did the ridiculous. They have an op on the field, multiple AKs on the field because they have stripped some terrorist weapons, and they forced Reliable into an eco round here. If they can capitalize on their win, maybe they get another one. A flash push into Subway. Pista peeks the corner. He's going to find a lot. Here's the first one. He gets sprayed. He'll back off and deliver just a little bit of damage to the T side, but also a weapon, and a weapon for Reliable might be one too many. Ojai will bring down 2. No, just 1. Jay Mitchell left limping, 3 HP. He knows, Moosey knows that there's one at the top of Horseshoe, but he also knows that there's someone weak behind there because somebody must have told them that Jay Mitchell must be at 3 health. It's down to a 2-on-3, and like I said, Clay, delivering just 1 gun. 1 gun to Reliable, maybe 1 gun too many.
Definitely is the case. Jung coming in on the retake 1v2 situation. They do have a nice split crossfire already at the CTJ. Does get the spray actually. I thought Jung was going to come away with that one at the second there, but yeah, they do come up with that round, and that should make it. Oh, should be 5. Yep, 5-2. Okay.
All right, so we have a game in our hands. It may be another eco round for Long and Harry, but you know,
Moosey bought, unfortunately.
one of the audience members who likes to come out here and call us out very vocally. We do recognize you, Matrix. We understand that you very much like to call us out for when we get a little bit ahead of ourselves. It's very, very true. Long and Harry is a competent team. They're number 4 in CEVO-Main for a reason. They're very talented, and we mentioned that. The reason that we are appearing to belittle them, and we're not, believe me, is because at the beginning, if you missed the conversations, they were pretending to be starstruck with playing Reliable and having to face off against them on this DE season. Hopefully, and Clay and I are sincerely hoping this, they put together a fantastic half here and make this a good game going forward. Moosey looking for exit kills. He'll bring down Kiko. Everyone else kind of knows where he is, though, so he's kind of stuck, and that's a touchdown aid from Arya, who steals that kill from Flosic. It's 4 up. It's a 6-2 lead for Reliable.
It is a 6-2 lead for Reliable. That was an eco round Moosey actually bought. And I think I'm seeing why now. I was going to say I think he bought because he had extra money and his team wasn't going to be able to buy this round, but now, oh man, are we going to have a, okay, looks like a partial buy here. Some Thomases, not really a full buy. Moosey, the only one left behind, not even getting armor for himself, which could be a mistake here. Since the rest of his team is buying, I think it would be decent to go with armor. Actually, he tries to go defend mid by himself, but Arya picks him apart. And now
Arya actually got shot in the back of the head by his teammate, so he's down to 13 health. Actually, might have been Flosic, but whatever it was, unnecessary damage taken by the terrorists there. They still have 5 alive, however, and are still in good shape. Bomb trailing at A entrance, A red, waiting for someone to push through. They've taken this bomb site. We know that there's one in the pit looking for the easy kill here. Pista and Moosey clean up. They got 3. They've taken an advantage, 1 man up in this particular round until Kiko contributed and got a double. There's 2 left for both teams now. Kiko and Mo facing off against Ojai and Jung. Kiko not so healthy. This tandem retake, Clay, is paramount.
It certainly is, and you see Mo's behind, so if they got there and decided to go for the retake quicker, they might have been able to get the kill there, but now Mo's over in the lower B connector. Jung picks up Kiko, and now it's a 1 versus 2 situation for Mo.
You know, that being this close, the radar does tell the CTs that the bomb is down, and they know that the bomb hasn't been planted yet, so they're going to be playing Mo with the clock, and this puts Mo in a really bad position. Nade there will do a lot of damage to Jung. It'll bring him down to about half, but they still know where Mo is, and Mo has no idea where the second man is. You could definitely guess that he's in jail. Mo certainly does guess that, but this is an uncomfortable spot to be in. That second nade will almost kill Jung. It'll bring him down to 9. 30 seconds left. That wall's not pierceable, Mo. They're going to peek simultaneously. This is a really smart play, but Ojai's baiting his teammate. He can't do that. He needs to deliver this kill, thank God. Oh my God. He almost made a critical error there, but managed to recoup and kill Mo at the end. 6-3. Long and Harry post another round.
That was a really close one, and we saw, you know, Moosey didn't have a gun, so he went down mid really quickly, which gave mid control to Reliable here. And, you know, we talked about once you get mid control, that gives you another entrance to get in the site. And I think, you know, Long and Harry realized that, and then it was basically Tyr and Pista They just kind of nested themselves into B. They didn't play the entrances really. They kind of just nested, got into some good hiding spots where they couldn't get picked, and they let the terrorists enter the site, and they were able to hold it down really nicely. So that was a good heads up play by them.
Absolutely. And you know what, Clay, what we didn't talk about is they played known spots, very, very known spots, not just predictable, but the T's knew where they were, but they lined it up so perfectly that they couldn't really fail in their position.
Exactly, yeah.
Ojai, sitting in CTJ, is about to face off with a whole lot of T's here. It's a split on Cat and Horseshoe. Here comes the first. Jay Mitchell absolutely runs over both defenders. Ojai manages to bring down Arya, however, before he loses his life for the round. 6-3, remember the score, and this round will start to pull away if, Reliable will start to pull away if they manage to string this one together, which they do. This will force the CTs into another save, and now that it's 7-3, we can probably accurately predict it might be 8-3 unless there's another 5-man aid stack.
Yeah, Tyr right there on the rotate trying to get back to the site. He got caught up by Mo, who was lurking over in mid, and I didn't see if he actually was looking for him. But yeah, one thing you got to realize from the invite level players is they do like to play with that lurk position. So if if one side gets taken, you can pretty much guarantee there's going to be someone there waiting for you on that rotate to get an easy kill.
If you will, Clay, actually we probably don't have enough time. It looks like there's going to be a very quick push here. Kiko goes right into the doorway, brings down 2. Flowsick actually fired over his shoulder, so he steals that Kiko kill here. 3 successful kills for the T's will make this lopsided round much more lopsided. Eco round, by the way, is the reason I call that a lopsided round. So this last one, Jung will bring down and drop the bomb, by the way, for Jay Mitchell. So Jung's in a good position, but he's vastly outnumbered, and Kiko will clean it up. Clay, I wanted to get you to pull up the stat sheet, if you would, at look at the Q tab and look at the Pista's contributions. They've been gradually climbing. He's always been above the average damage dealt for everybody on the CT team, but he's now surpassed the peak of both teams. He's actually doing more damage on average than any other player in this game. We got to keep an eye on him, especially because he seems to be the player to watch on Long and Harry.
Yeah, absolutely. And that defensive round he did in B actually probably catapulted him over right there because he picked up 3 kills right there, I think. And look at this, a rush coming in from 2 members of Reliable as they meet up with the counter terrorist. That's Tyr. He goes down. Ojai as well, and almost some friendly fire right there from the vents. But now it's going to be a 4- or 5-man retake onto B here, and they're coming from all sides. Pista actually getting flanked. Didn't realize they were coming from mid, and that's going to leave Jung as the last man alive in that site. Moose is going to be late on this rotate.
Should point out that this, Clay, I believe this is a double eco.
Yeah, it was.
It's never comfortable when you're in a double eco. Those rounds where you don't accumulate enough kills or defuse a bomb or do something to grant you a little bit more cash, it's very disheartening when you have to swallow 2 immediate losses.
It certainly is, and we see Moosey over here, 1 versus 5. He knows he can't really do much, but I mean, looking at those healths, like 18 health, he could pick up kills here. Mo coming in with the pre-fire right there, misses his shot, but then picks up what had to have been a no-scope right there, and wow. 9-3 now is the score. Reliable still in the lead, and they look to be playing really well this game. So, yeah.
This round is probably the turning point here. If you cannot win out on a map that's typically even, I would say, maybe 8-7, if you're not hitting that 9-6 mark, you're not putting yourself in a great position to win. Now, ripping off 3 in a row on Reliable may be a tall order, but it is the mentality that you want to be playing with. And if you're the in-game leader for Long and Harry, Clay, how do you turn this around? You've got a gun round on your hands. You need to make some morale changes. Do you need to make some personnel changes?
I don't know if it's necessarily personnel changes that had to be made because they've been pretty much playing all over the map. But I think maybe morale might be the case here, and just making sure you hold your spots and hit your shots is pretty much all you need to do for these guys. And make sure you use nades effectively to help you defend. And look at that, Jay Mitchell with a nice pickup right there. Actually, trades are going back and forth right now, so there's a 3-for-3 trade, and now it's a 2v2 scenario. The terrorists do have control of the A bomb site, and they're going to get this planted, and it's going to be Flowsick and Jay Mitchell versus Tyr and Pista.
I'd like to remind you guys, the last time we had a 2-on-2 in that bomb site, it was a fantastic
Oh my goodness!
clutch. Oh, please turn around. I mean, please don't turn around. I was actually kind of rooting for Long and Harry there. Pista, the last one left, he's creeping up through catwalk. People seem to know where he is, and he's walking in between a crossfire, which is never good for your health. Flosick will throw a flash over the top. The Pista by himself will be blind on the bomb site and survives for a surprising amount of time because he started bobbing and weaving back and forth. 10 rounds for Reliable, the heavily favored team here, who is coincidentally or uncoincidentally due to some forfeit losses, the number 8 seed. 7 rounds up on the number 4 seed. There's got to be some desperation play here, either this round or the next round, because nobody wants it to be that last round. You don't want to be playing for 11-4. You've got to make it now, right?
Yeah, you definitely have to. And I just want to comment back on that that the last round when Tyr got caught with his nade out, which was so unfortunate because he had the drop on the Flosick. Oh, and look at this. Tyr coming up big, making up for it right there, picking up 2 kills, and that's going to make it a 3 versus 2, and those guns should be available for the counter-terrorists. You see Tyr and Pista do pick up guns. Jung is the only one who doesn't have one at the moment, but Bomb is heading towards B, and that's where the CTs are.
There is definitely the possibility that they turn this one all the way around, and we certainly wanted to. But what you were making a point, Clay, and I think I may have missed it about that last particular round with Tyr and Jay Mitchell turning around.
Yeah, I mean, Tyr had the drop on him, and I think he saw him and kind of freaked out and like moved too much, and that's what gave Jay Mitchell the sound cue that he was there. And I don't know why he was pulling his smoke grenade out anyways to retake a site, so it was a little strange. I mean, if he would have just got that kill, I think it would have put the round drastically in their favor. But they do pick this one up, and that makes it 10-4. So I mean, they're still trying to stick in it, yeah.
Everybody will buy this last round here. The wallets look good on the T side. They can afford anything that they want. And for the CTs, they are actually comfortably able to buy out. So full gun round here. Everybody at their best potential output for their gear, and that's how we like to see it here. Last round and a half. We're hoping that this can split 10-5 to make that game that much longer. This, however, has been a very, very tough sell. Oh, Mo steps out into fire, gets burned alive.
Nice.
He made a critical error there. He got naded, shot, and then stepped onto fire. I think he was underselling the ability of the Long and Harry team to pre-nade him, even though he had seen them do it before. 2-2 trades thus far. Arya, Mo, Ohai, and Pista down. Bomb plant will be inside of A. 3 Ts have seized the site, and 3 CTs must make the tandem retake. Moosey flashes in. Oh, he catches them boosting. Double kill for Moosey. Moosey's on the Lucy. We got one more in construction. Jay Mitchell hears them defusing. They're not going to go for it. He steps out, brings down Moosey. There's a touchdown nade. Jung and Moosey get the assist there. Easy MVP call for me. Moosey has got an assist, a double kill on a boost, and delivered a 5th critical round to Long and Harry.
Moosey on the Lucy. Yeah, that's good. No, I mean, Moosey did a great job right there as well, but I mean, that nade stack, whoever called that, for whoever the IGL is for Long and Harry, whoever called that, I mean, great job. They know that Mo was confident with his op. He was coming out mid every single time looking for that early pick, so to double nade it, throw a incendiary grenade there, I mean, that was just a great heads-up play, and it gave him the quick advantage in that round.
It was a great, great play there. And I'd like to point out, Clay, that maybe you can explicate this a little bit better, how important it is that those 3 arrived at the same time. They didn't let them set up, and they arrived at the same time, and that made that retake so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you come to the side at the same time, that's obviously going to force the terrorists to have to look multiple directions, and so that's going to obviously give you the advantage since you should be shooting at have someone who's going to be shooting at backs, which should give you easy kills. So that's obviously why you want to have retakes at the same time.
Pista will now be facing off at Kiko, who sits at the top of the subway there. 2 early kills for Reliable. Jay Mitchell and Arya landing them. Moosey and Jung go down. Kiko stepping through the horseshoe, pre-fires, gives away his position, and will likely surrender his life. Whips out the knife, cannot do it. Pista charges him, guns him down. That leaves Ohai fighting at the catwalk, brings down 2. Pretty good, Ohai, down to a 2-on-2. Ohai has made some pretty critical plays in the clutch, but now it's down to Pista, who has not so much health, and a 5-7 bullet for a parting gift. 11-5. Reliable takes another step toward victory. It's a pretty convincing round, but for just the barest moment, I thought Ohai might have turned it around for his team.
Well, he definitely gave him the ability to. I mean, he made it 2v2 right there. The last 2 guys, I didn't quite catch who was up, but they just couldn't convert it. I know Pistol was one of them, I believe, but yeah, they just couldn't convert it there at the end, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, they do pick up some money by getting 3 kills there in that round, so that does help them out a little bit. And we do see Mo wielding a scout here this time, so he's going to try to get a quick, easy pick over in mid. It looks like
5-man stack, all waiting at T mid.
look at Moosey.
Yeah, very unorthodox here. Oh, Flowsick peeks through, piercing headshot onto Tier before he ever had a chance. Jay Mitchell gets dinked. Moosey was faster than Jay Mitchell on the trigger there, but it doesn't matter, not when you get swagged here. Mo actually scouts and gets a scouting headshot before the scope even zooms in. I think that was I guess you would call that a quick scope or a no scope, but
I think the scout shoots straight with no scope, so.
If you're stationary, it could. It is surprisingly accurate. It's not 100% accurate. The Pistol, the last one left, who is sitting at T-spawn, staring at a wall, hoping somebody runs past him so he can ambush them. He is playing for the double eco, so if he gets someone running right... Oh, Mo checked the corner like a pro, will shoot him down. That probably won't work every time on players as aware as those on Reliable. 12-5. Reliable. Closing in on the win here. Clay, I go for the double save if I'm a T here.
I would agree. I was looking at their money. They definitely did have enough to do an AK buy here, but yeah, they are just going to go for the save. They're actually picking up some nades, so we might be seeing a nade stack toward a CT mid here.
However, it should be noted that it might have been useful for them to upgrade to AKs here because the Ts have, for the most part, the CTs have for the most part stayed with their low tier weapons. They could have been caught by surprise by a couple of AK buys here, or not by surprise. I would say Reliable's a little bit too game savvy to know that, but they would have out-tiered their opponent's weapons.
Yeah, they definitely could have. We see the entrance into A is happening. Mo is the only one who's gone down, but a bunch of CTs are hurt, and terrorists are just getting stopped here. So that's going to make the round in favor of Reliable once again. As we go into the gun round, the score is going to be
13-5.
Yeah, 13-5.
13-50?
That was 5.
All right, 13-5, the way you called it. It's now the gun rounds, and we're going to see 4 AKs and... AK, there we go. 5 AKs all around, nades all around. One of the things that we didn't see in the last game, Clay, is an emphasis on using support nades to get yourself into a bomb site. It was very, very aim heavy in the first match that we casted. I'm looking to see if Long and Harry puts that together, understands the concept that we may not be able to outshoot some of the Reliable guys, but maybe if we manufacture a couple wins with smokes and flashes, we can pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely help them out in their cause here, but, it doesn't seem to be the case as of yet. We do see they have the full nades by here, so they might be thinking of it, but they just haven't been able to execute it, as they do lose 2 members of their squad quite early, so that's going to put this round clearly in favor of Reliable here. And now that they are fully, I think, who was that over at, was it number 7, man? That's Jay Mitchell. No, Kiko, excuse me. He was playing Horseshoe, and I think he saw about three Ts, so he knows that the rest of them are over at that subway area, and you see the CTs have rotated and closed them off.
Now, we have one T, that's Pista, who's sitting in bucket, but he ran through past the smoke and past 2 CTs who were sitting in the smoke. There was no way he could have survived that tier. The last one left will bring down Kiko, who tried to get a jumping kill onto him. Mo cleans it up with his Scar, 14 for the counter-terrorist team. Reliable is on the tie points here, and it is looking like the scoreline that we kind of saw coming.
Yeah, I actually thought, Long and Harry would be doing a little bit better here. I predicted 16-12, but they seem to be struggling just a little bit against these guys. Like you said, if they start using nades to their advantage, I think they should be able to pick up some rounds. We do see some smokes going out early there over towards mid. Let's see if they're going to actually utilize them, though.
I don't
know.
That
was a CT smoke, excuse me.
Yeah, those are CT smokes to intimidate anybody from running through them, to slow down the Ts there so they could push up to the generator. Didn't intimidate anyone, but Jung has a really, really hard time bringing Arya, so that lets his teammates die, leaving Moosey all by his lonesome. He is all the way at B on the far flank, and I think the CTs kind of know, in general. They know where the bomb is, so they're just going to kind of play in this region and try to wrap this one up safely. If Jung could just have controlled his AK a little bit better, moved on from his target, and saved his teammates, this round, I should say, would have changed drastically.
Yeah, it definitely would have. I mean, if he had someone else there with him, of course, it would have been a drastic change. And Arya only at 34 health, but Moosey still has a chance here.
Moosey's not going to look to his right. Oh, no.
Nope.
He's going to get knifed. Or not.
Oh, not?
I
I
know-
thought he was
I don't-
going to get knifed as well, but I think Ari decided to spare him and just kill him with his gun.
15-5. We're on to the match point. You guys are watching CEVO TV. Stick around after this. I got a couple of things to tell you guys, including things about other games that you may be interested in. This is Reliable versus Long and Hairy. This has playoff implications. This has seeding implications. Reliable trailing in position at the number 8 seed. And, of course, Long and Hairy above them at the number 4 seed. Their CPIs could drastically change after today. A couple nades out. Smokes to cover their cross. 4 Ts moving across to the catwalk. They'll be looking to engage the man inside bomb side A. That's Kiko, who is aggressively pushing their position, slowing down the push, bringing down Tier, and intimidating Pista a little bit, not letting anyone through. Now, I got to say, Clay, that's a great hold from a CT who was probably facing a 3 to 4 man charge, and he, you rarely ever see anybody just straight up intimidate someone, but I think that counts.
Yeah, no, it definitely counts. Look at this Moosey on the big flank, though, picking up 2. He is on the Lucy, like you would say, but he does go down there to Jay Mitchell, and that's going to be a good game. 2 Reliable. They pick that one up. I thought it was going to be a little bit tighter, but still fun nonetheless.
Yeah. It was fun. I had fun screaming nonsense and talking about 2 teams that I very much enjoy watching. You guys have been watching CEVO TV. I'm Cotton. He's Klops. By the way, Season 3 more than halfway done. I hope you guys are prepared for Season 4. Bigger and better things are on the horizon, and CEVO, since Season 2, has literally doubled in size. We want that growth again because CEVO needs to be that premier destination for your CSGO needs. And you know where else it could be a destination for? It can be a destination for your Battlefield 4 and COD Ghost needs. If you want to sign up and make that scene visible and proliferate those games, sign up. The Beta Test Cup is on CEVO.com. Go to those sub pages, Battlefield 4 or COD Ghost if you'd like, and join the cup. If if CEVO finds the support for the game and the players want to play, they will support it. Why not? If you like CSGO and you like this channel, just follow the channel. Sign up for the next season. Play in this league. Don't forfeit. There are great things coming. I know there are a couple things that we've hinted at in the past. I remember we did a couple interviews while we were at Fixation TV about potential matchmaking solutions and that sort of thing. So there's going to be some great things coming down the pipe for CEVO, and I am excited to share them with our viewers in the future. What we can share already is the CEVO watch page. Landing page for you guys who like esports, VODs, news content, live streams, community streams, lots of stuff that you guys want to see on our page. Come check it out. That's CEVO.com/watch. Now, Clay, the thing that you always do.
Sign us off. Alright, guys. So, like he said, go ahead and give us a follow if you liked what you saw. Like we said, we're trying to get the partnership over here. Also, follow our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and check out YouTube for any past VODs that we have up there. There's some good matches up there, and so they're worth watching. Check that out. Also, follow that channel as well. Other than that, that's it for us tonight on CEVO TV. You guys, which is what you guys have been watching. I am Klops here with Cotton, aka Rambo. That's it for us. Have a good night.
If you guys can still hear me, Mo says, hey, I want to be a commentator for you guys. I can guarantee a lot of viewers as long as I don't get censored.
I don't know about that one. Have a good night.